Hello, this is Marshallee, and welcome to my garden diary. Today we're looking at my yarrow. This is the Moonshine Yarrow that we have in the garden, and this has a kind of uh, green foliage that is not very bushy. And at the top of the stems, we have these yellow flat spray of flowers, and they're all quite yellow. And these should bloom all summer. And I have these, like most of my plants, spread out or sprinkled out all over the garden. So I have this one here at the side where I have the centranthus ruba here, and these I have already cut back. So these are the second flush of blooms for the brick red ones, and also the white ones that are over there. Those are second flush blooms, and I need to go in and cut them back still more. Yeah, but the Moonshine Yarrow is adding to the blooms that are here. So we have some that are spent, and then the yellow right here that is coming out right now. And beside that, that is where the iris, the purple and yellow iris are as well, that really bloomed just for a couple of weeks. Sometimes you really have to question yourself if the iris are worth worth the bother. The good thing is that they're not a lot of trouble. So yeah, they bloom for 1 to 2 weeks nicely, and then that's it until next year. But yeah, that's the nature of things. That's what a garden is like. But now we have that. So I have some here at this corner here, but I'll zoom out a little bit, and over that area, I'm quite a bit ways away. There are also some more over there in that corner there, right? And then over the other side, that there's also another plant right there. So that's giving color to that side of the garden. So we see those spots of yellow over there. And I also have some around the front of the garden. So yeah, these are quite nice plants to have. They are not very invasive. It doesn't reseed or spread itself out by seed, so it will stay where you plant it. It's easy to grow and it's low maintenance. I don't remember ever doing anything to these plants. They're just in the garden and they just stay where they are, and I cut them back in spring and then they come back every year. The foliage has quite an interesting smell to it. I don't know. I'm not very good at describing smells, but let me see. Lemony. I don't know, but it has a smell that you might like. It's not an unpleasant smell, and the first thing that comes to mind when I smell it is lemon. So when I bruise, and it's if I just bruise some in my finger, and it's quite strong, so kind of a lemony smell to it, to the foliage. So you could have this where there's a lot of water, or you could have it where it's more low water, because it can be drought tolerant. So this is not a fussy plant, and it blooms from July to August. It can bloom, and yeah, it's pretty much adaptable to any soil that you put it in, and you can as I said before, I cut mine back in spring, and then it just grows at this time of the year. So yeah, so that's that for. I'll show you the next one that I have around the other part of the gardens. So here is the, just showing you what else is going on here. The Centranthus ruba. That's a tricky name for me. So at this side of the garden, I've been doing some weeding, which is the thing to do at this time of the year. I have my stuff there, but I'm done for today. And very, very important at this time is that you really try and keep on top of your roses. Well, I'm trying to keep on top of mine, because if I want them to look good and to flower nicely for the whole summer or season, then I have to really go in and take out the dead roses, because if I don't do that, then the roses are more that word. Okay, it's easier for the roses to get sick with whatever kind of bacteria from the spent roses. So yeah, it's a hygiene. It's a kind of hygiene for the rose to go in and take out the dead blooms, and I've done that today with some of mine, not all of it, because this is something that I have to do a little bit every day, because every day some die, and then or every other day or every 3 days, but a couple of times a week. So for example, like that one, I went in and I took out the ones that weren't looking very well anymore, and immediately it looked better, because there are some new roses that are coming out already. So the more you take the dead ones away, then the new buds will also bloom nicely, and the whole plant will look better. So yeah, that's I've worked on here. There were some hibiscus that I missed the last time that I cleaned it up, and so there were some more hibiscus seedlings that were there, and I took those out as well. And I'm continuing to work on this side of the garden again, getting rid of the Turkish carnations that are wilted, that I definitely don't want to plot themselves out, and also taking up the ones that I don't want to come back next year, so that the ground cover can find their way in the garden. So, and then I should just show you, I have the other Moonshine Yarrow at the back of the garden there, you can see, and it's pushing itself way up there. It's not, those are not fully open yet, but you can see that you can't see it from here. And then in front of that, there are some more brick red Centranthus ruber, which I haven't cut back at all, because I can't get down there to cut it back. So I've just let them be, which is also okay. I might try one of these days to go around there and cut back some of that. So yeah, so the Moonshine Yarrow, they can grow quite tall, and I think it depends on where they are. If they are among tall plants, they will stretch out to grow taller than the others, so that they can get their share of sunshine. Right. So what else is going on here? So also at this side, I have my daylily. I have the one that I showed in another video, that one that is there. So I have one over there and another one right there beside or behind the cherry tree that we can hardly see. And then I had mentioned in that video that I have another one that is not so tall, and these are right here, and they have started opening up. And these are the shorter one, and these are just full of buds. And these are bronzier. They have a bronzier color to them than the ones that are at the back. So the color is quite vibrant, as you can see. So let me zoom in. So that's the color of that one there, and you can imagine what that will look like when they really start opening up a lot. So I have 3 of these, and these I were just one plant, and I divided, so you can divide these and they are quite easy. So I have one there, I have another one there, and oh, look at that, and that's the other baby breath that is coming out as well. So all right, and then I have another of the day lilies there. So those have just started opening up, and they will keep opening up for the whole summer. And I think last year they went right back to autumn. Yeah, so these can bloom for quite a while. They will die back by themselves in winter. Okay, so that's it for today's video. I hope you were inspired. I would highly recommend the Moonshine Yarrow. As I said, these are one of the plants that don't sow themselves out, and they give a nice yellow. The shape is also quite unique in how it's shaped, and the blooms are also quite different. And this is a plant that you could have in your garden as well. Okay, so I hope you are enjoying your garden wherever you are. And if you don't have a garden, then I'm more than happy to share mine with you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.